Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? Today we have part two MetaMask. So the first one we set up a MetaMask. We showed you how to do that, and we had my man Heavenly Smokes over here, safety and security, everything and anything about Web3. What's up, Heavenly?
What's up, Ice? How's it going today, man?
It's going good, brother. I just want to clarify something. So you see Herb Ninja right there on the Twitter. That's his Twitter name, and Heavenly Smokes is his Web3 name. That's where everyone knows him. He's in the Discords. He's a part of projects. So if you ever see Heavenly Smokes, this is the dude right here that
That's
you're
me.
that's how you recognize him. And on today's episode, we want to actually talk about how to set up multi wallets because we've come across where people have actually asked, they don't know how to set up a multi wallet, which is a good. It's what would you say? Why is it good to have a multi wallet in your MetaMask?
It's good to have multi wallets for different reasons that you're going to be doing things. It's your hot wallets, the ones that you're going to be minting from. You definitely don't want your valuable assets or much ETH in there besides what you're going to be using it for. Your lukewarm ones, like the ones that you'll connect to Collab Land and other Discord things to like verify your status or whatnot. And then your cold wallets are the ones where you keep your most valuable assets and they're not connected to anything. So that way it's very difficult for anyone to, scam you out of those unless you're clicking things, connecting it to sites and stuff. But being that'll be your cold wallet, try not to do that from that one. So like your
Yeah, so
ledger. Yeah.
So it's good practice to have multiple wallets because unfortunately, name of the game out there, there are a lot of scams,
Yeah.
NFTs, crypto, a lot in the NFT, Web3. So
Seeing that,
anytime,
seeing that we're early to this, I still kind of refer it to the wild west of like Web3. It's still a lot of scams and random things popping up. So yeah, we got to stay safe as much as we can.
yeah, absolutely, and they're ever evolving too. So every single week there's a new scam that it's like, what the hell? That's a scam now, and you don't hear about it until someone just got their whole wallet drained. So this is the main reason why we're doing these segments is because we're trying to teach the proper way of just practicing, safety in Web3 and just keeping your assets safe because you don't want to lose your money. No one wants to lose their damn money. So.
Right. Basically, back to the basics. It's a lot of people just rush in and don't really take the time to get to know the MetaMask wallet that they're using, the OpenSea platform, Discord platform. They just jump in head first and don't really do the background research to it, which is very important to stay safe. An extra 2 to 5 minutes of reading could save you hundreds, if not thousands. Kind of like
Oh,
Geico.
uh, yeah, the little lizard running across the screen. We don't have that guy right now, but that's exactly correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you wanna, and then after that, we're gonna take a look at some Twitter scams too. So Heavenly's he's got this whole presentation on lockdown for you guys, so you could see what the deal is and what kind of Twitter scams there are. But we're gonna start off with the MetaMask because that's very important right now. So let's get into it. All right.
So, all right. Yeah.
That's
So, from last week, this basically be the wallet you'll be using, or just pull up your wallet, and this is your account one here. Um, like I said, always try to copy that when you want to get transfer ETH or whatnot, or between your wallets or Coinbase. You don't want to mistype a number and send it to a random wallet or a dead address. So
Yes, that's a good practice just to copy and paste that wallet address because if you do just like you said, you can send it to the wrong address and then everything's gone.
yeah. All right, so here, if you go up to this top corner right here and click that, you'll go ahead and see your accounts there. Um, this is one wallet here, okay? And create an account will basically make another account in that same wallet. So let's name this one Hot 2 because basically will be for demonstration purposes, this will be the hot wallet we're going to be using.
Okay.
These two accounts for the hot wallet. So as you see there, it will now say Hot 2 for that. And then this was the first original one. Um, Personally, I find it easier to do this on the phone. Um, renaming and adding and creating wallets. But if you click these three dots, go here to account details, click
Mm-hmm.
that little pencil to edit it. You put it hot one, check. All right. So this will be our hot wallet right here. We have two different accounts in this wallet that share one uh, security key, basically.
Okay, so that's very important. So there's one security key for the whole, what would you say,
Wallet.
for the whole app, the whole wallet, right? But
Correct.
each
Yes.
wallet inside this app now has their own address
Account, and
account.
that's the difference. I try to point out that this whole thing is a wallet, all right, but this these are accounts within that wallet. So basically, like credit cards within your wallet, So
Okay.
we can make another one here.
So if you lose your wallet, you're losing all the accounts with it, and that's a thing, right? Because the wallet has its own key, um,
Correct.
its own
Yeah. So
private key.
that's why if they get that private key, all these accounts, basically your credit cards within that one wallet, are compromised. They'll be able to import, this wallet into whatever device they want, and all these three accounts will pop up.
So I
All
got a
right.
question for you, actually.
Yeah.
So I use say I use Hot One, right? The Hot
Mhm.
Wallet one to mint something,
Yeah.
and it ends up draining that wallet. Now, are is Hot Two wallet and Hot Two account and Hot Three account compromised as well, or is it just
No,
Hot One?
just hot one. Um, Reason being it that most likely you're minting and it was like an approve all type situation. They only have that approve all to that one wallet, which if you see here, hot one ends in F6OD.
Hmm.
Um, this one ends in 5D73. So they are different, basically accounts there. They all have that different wallet address. Okay. So they are different wallet addresses. So for this, basically, you get that drained and it'd be safe practice to not use it anymore. Okay. The way they could get these three wallets are if one, you somehow give them your security phrase or whatnot. Um, two, if you click a link in like Discord or Twitter, they hack your computer and then they're able to get to access of your computer here, and then they get this, and then they're able to go in here and get your security key regardless.
Okay.
Um, or three, vice same thing but on the phone. For another segment, I'm gonna try to see if I can connect my phone and show a couple steps of security safety there. Not to back up the MetaMask wallet into your backup files, basically, or your iCloud account,
Hmm.
because there's some code in there that backs up the security key and whatnot, and then they could restore that on their end if they get that iCloud backup. So those three methods would basically compromise all your accounts in that wallet. You know.
Okay, so here's another question I have because you're setting up the multiple accounts multiple MetaMask accounts. Now, there also is a way of setting up your, if you have a Ledger wallet, which is a cold wallet, a
Yeah,
hardware wallet, to the MetaMask, that can't be compromised now if it's in there, unless you put the seed phrase, which I don't know why you would,
yeah,
on the MetaMask itself, correct?
correct. Yes, that in itself has its own seed phrase. Apart from, basically here you're just making that ledger wallet is basically like creating a new wallet, but it kind of links to your accounts here in a way. I don't
Yeah,
have
and
one right now. Yeah, I don't have
I
one right now for the demonstration, but you
that's
would
fine. We
see
could do
kind of
that
like,
another day.
yeah, yeah,
I did that. I set that up and I figured it out for myself because I needed it for my OpenSea account, just so like I have the NFTs on there, and that's why I set that up. But I was curious. I just wanted to make sure because from what I knew, the Ledger's the safest route, and you can connect it to the MetaMask.
yeah.
Just don't put your seed phrase on there because
Yeah.
then it just
Basically,
defeats
I
the whole
tell people,
purpose.
yeah, I tell people your seed phrase is like your bank pin, and you don't give your bank pin to anyone. You're not sharing it with people you're talking to on Discord or on Twitter. You're not sharing it with friends or family. It's private. Even if the bank calls and they ask you for your pin,
Hmm.
you get red flags. It's like, hey, the bank doesn't need my pin. They're able to access my account, whatever. Same here. MetaMask will never ask you for your PIN. Twitter support will never ask you, or I mean, for your security phrase. MetaMask support will never ask for that security phrase. Anyone legit will never ask you for that security phrase because that's basically your whole wallet. You're just your PIN. You're given access to everything. So
Yeah, correct.
yeah. All right.
All right. So
So yeah, go ahead.
no, so far you just went to create account, and that's how you just create the new accounts within the wallet, multiple.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like you were saying, if you mint from hot one and then that gets compromised, these hot wallets should have zero extra ETH in there. If you're gonna mint a project and it costs 0.01 and you want to mint five, transfer point oh 0.07 point whatever you estimate the gas will be with the total fees.
Hmm.
Um, and then just have enough extra there also to transfer those NFTs out to your lukewarm wallet, which is what you'll be connecting to OpenSea to list it and whatnot. That way they don't stay in your minting wallet.
Okay.
Um, if this does get compromised, um, following those tips, there won't be any extra ETH for the scammers to get. Basically, it'll only be the NFTs that you minted from them, and then almost nothing in ETH. So it might not even be worth their while. They might already have a contract that only allows certain people with certain NFTs in their wallet to mint. So you might not even be able to mint and you just getting errors.
Hmm.
But if it does get compromised, you could just go ahead and go to your next hot wallet and start using that to mint.
Okay.
um, Follow the same safety practices, that little to no ETH left over in there.
Just enough for the minting, just to
Yeah,
make sure. And then there's also other tools that you could use too for extra security. But
yeah. And let me see. And now we'll create basically another wallet rather than another account. So, like I said, this is a bit easier on the phone. So let me go ahead. I already have my security phrase. So if you're going to do this, go ahead and go into the settings, reveal your security phrase, write that down. Like I said, don't screenshot it, don't take a picture, save it to your photos, etc. So let me go ahead and reset account. So this basically will boot the accounts.
Okay, so you're cleaning out the accounts right now from the wallet. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, supposedly it's supposedly. Oh no, hey man, this basically just resets the transaction log. Basically, I'm trying to log out of these hot wallets that we made. So let me go ahead and hit log. Um, like I said, this is easier on the phone, but let me go ahead and just do it this way. I'm gonna go ahead and delete my extension from here just to go ahead and remove all those um, wallets we created. I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay.
just re-download it real quick. And we have the security phrase for those basically the hot wallets that we made. So we'll go ahead and add this back up, and then right now we'll go ahead and create a wallet for what I call the lukewarm wallet, which is the ones you connect to OpenSea, Discord, stuff to verify your status to get roles and whatnot.
I gotcha. So now what's the because the other ones were just going to be strictly for minting. Now this one's the lukewarm wallet.
Yeah, so you transfer your NFTs from your minting wallet to one of these wallets here. This one could just be literally one account, just one wallet. You don't have to create the multiple accounts like I did for the hot wallet. For that, I did that just for
For the All right, so now you're setting up a brand new wallet.
yeah, so it didn't just automatically try to log me in. All right, so yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and create a new wallet again. So
So right now you're putting in the password for the new wallet that
yeah,
you're
so
gonna have.
creating a new password, and make sure you don't really need the password for the old wallet because we'll be importing it with the security key.
Hmm.
So for this again, like I said, this is going to be a whole new set of words for your security phrase. So now with this method, we'll have two wallets with two different security phrases, and you'll also have the three extra accounts in that first wallet.
Oh, I didn't realize you could have two wallets at the same time. I thought you could only have one wallet. Um,
That's the big misconception is that those extra accounts are different, and people just create multiple of those little accounts. But like I said, if the security phrase somehow gets out there, or if your computer gets hacked, then all those are compromised. Whereas if this way you have those two wallets with two different security phrases, they'll be able to, you'll be able to just delete that first account with the compromised accounts, and then have that one with the second security phrase
can you have
safe
them
there.
both set up? Can you have them both set up on the computer at the same time, or do you have to
Yeah,
constantly? Because that was the thing that I was having issues with. I didn't know how to keep both wallets on the computer at the same time. I had to delete the app and go back, re-download it just to keep on accessing them.
yeah, and this way right here, we'll go ahead and do that here, so that way you'll see how to have those both in here at the same time. Let me just go ahead and put these in that proper order. I might have missed one.
Oh, you know what? I did. It's the same exact way as setting up a ledger onto it. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that makes sense.
Is that you basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're putting in the security
Hmm.
phrase for the ledger, and then, but yeah, because that's two different wallets right there. Yeah, so if you have a ledger and then your hot wallets, and then this your lukewarm wallets, you'll have three different wallets with different security phrases, each one of those, and then the multiple accounts in the hot wallet section.
Mhm. So right now you're just confirming this secret recovery phrase, the one that they gave you while you were creating it. You're putting it back
Correct.
in the same exact order that it was given to you, and that's how you set up the wallet.
Correct. Yes. All right. So you see here we have a whole new little picture color there too. So it's a different wallet here. Those three original accounts are gone because this is a whole new account. So let's go ahead and rename that real quick. And sometimes when you transfer them in, these names don't transfer with it. So we might have to rename the hot wallet again. But just for demonstration purposes, lukewarm one right here.
Okay.
We see that here. So to go ahead and import the original wallet that we use for the hot wallets, we'll go ahead and go import account here. And this actually might be, let's see if it does it here. It might actually require the private key rather than a security phrase. And I did not grab that. All right, let's do this.
So right now you have to get the private key.
Yeah, the private key is different than the security phrase. I guess right here, and I don't even know how to grab that on here on the web version. Like I said, I mostly use the mobile version, which is a whole lot easier. Which I should have probably taken a look at this before the video.
I thought you did.
No, not the web version. Like I said, I prefer the mobile version, so I rarely use this. And you see,
Good
that's
job, Heavenly.
yeah. Might actually have to be grab that from the mobile. I know the mobile shows it right here. So
Is there a way of, well, now whoever's setting this up knows that they need the private key
yeah,
to set that up because they're watching this right now.
yeah. So saving y'all some time there. And see, remember, do not share this phrase with anyone. For us here, this is just a test account, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's still just giving me the security phrase rather than a private key. Oh, okay. That would have been it right there. All right, so if you go to the three dots right here
Hmm.
and go to account details and export private key, you'll
Hmm.
type in your MetaMask password right there, and then that will give it to you. So let's go ahead and I have to. All right, so you see, this is a whole different
Okay.
set of things. With this right here, you'll be able to import that. So this definitely don't share this as well, because this gives even more access to your wallet and accounts there. So
Okay. So this is the private key, how to transfer. Basically, with this private key, you're able to transfer the other wallet into this one.
yeah, yeah. So let's go ahead and grab the lukewarm private key, and we're gonna transfer that to the other one again since I'm gonna do it backwards right now, since I didn't grab that first private key.
right here, I'm gonna try to do it this way right here rather than having to uninstall the
So,
extension.
so how did you get into that, and what are you doing right now? Because
Um,
you kind
right
of
here,
lost
I
me.
just I locked the account. Basically every time you're done using the MetaMask, OpenSea, whatever you're doing,
Hmm.
go ahead and always lock the account. So that way it doesn't stay open on, the back end. I'll go ahead and show that again once I finish this up right here.
So this is the seed phrase that you put, the secret recovery phrase for the
For the first
prior, yeah, for the hot one, hot two, hot three wallet.
one, yes. I'm gonna try to get, like I said, I'm gonna try to get back in there without having to uninstall it since I didn't realize you had to grab the private key for this one right here.
Yeah, I didn't know that you can. I thought you always had to uninstall it to get back to the other wallet. I didn't know you could just set up the pin and then type in the seed phrase to recover all that.
And import it, yeah. The importing is much easier than having to switch back and forth. And like I said, you see, sometimes it doesn't transfer in that the names and everything. This is the Hot One wallet, and
Hmm.
because those accounts were empty, sometimes it doesn't transfer those in as well. So, but let's go ahead and do this. Um, we won't.
Export. That's what it is. Now you have to type in the password to get the private key.
Correct. Yeah, that private key here. So basically, we're gonna go ahead and import that lukewarm wallet that we had created.
Hmm.
So we'll go ahead and since we have the private key for that, and definitely with that one too, I recommend not copying it digitally, but writing it down, even though it's super long. Um, so once you get that in here, let's go ahead and like I said, it didn't transfer in that name, so let's just go ahead and rename it real quick, um, so that way we could tell the difference as I'm talking about them.
So this is the lukewarm wallet. The other one's the hot wallet.
Correct. Yes. So
But now that you have it set up like this, if you use the hot wallet, then and it gets compromised, the lukewarm wallet is still safe.
it's completely safe because they don't. Even if they get your security phrase for your hot one, your lukewarm one won't be exposed or anything. They could get your private keys for hot one, and it wouldn't be exposed. If you noticed here, it will say imported right next to it. So that means any account that you see here extra that says imported is a separate security phrase. Um, we're going to hot one here. And if we create an account here, hot two, big, it creates it under the hot security phrase, basically.
Okay.
So these two right here are same security phrase. This one's completely different.
Mm.
Yeah. So, and that way you could have two separate wallets with two separate security phrases on one MetaMask browser extension or app on your phone.
But let me ask you, when you're logging into your MetaMask app on the computer, it's
Mhm.
just one password to access everything, correct?
Correct. Yes. So your main account that you logged in first will be the password that you use to log into your MetaMask. So like I said, let's say you went on Discord, listed it, you're done minting whatever NFT you're done. You're about to go eat lunch, done using the computer. Come over here to this blue button here, hit lock. So in case anybody comes over to the computer, especially if you have kids or you live with a roommate or something, you share computers, whatever,
Hmm.
somebody else comes on your computer, they won't have access to your MetaMask. Whereas if you don't hit lock, that cache might still be open and let someone go into your MetaMask and do whatever, transfer the entities, get your ETH, whatever, it's in person, so just even in person at home, you got to be safe and always hit that lock button. So it requires a password to go back in. So,
Gotcha.
yeah. So this original password that you use for that,
So this password you're typing right now, this is just to get into the wallet,
the
correct?
first one,
The very first one.
if I could remember what I put again,
You got too many passwords.
yeah, I literally just I made that. All right, so yeah, so once you put in that password that you made, you'll be able to go back in
I
here
see
and
hot
then
one.
yeah,
Hot two,
and
lukewarm,
then the
imported.
lukewarm, yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah, and then here, like you had asked earlier, you could also connect that hardware wallet and go through the steps to connect the ledger or what's the other one, the Tether. And there's a couple other ones that people use too, but
Yeah, and the other thing with that too is I've seen where people have connected their hardware wallet to the MetaMask and they imported the account, which I don't think you're supposed to import it. You're supposed to connect hardware wallet because
correct,
when you import it, you're putting in your seed phrase and everything. Now, once you put your Ledger wallet on there and you import it, now it can be compromised and it defeats the whole purpose of having a cold wallet because now your seed phrase and your private pin is on the internet
yeah,
basically.
digital, yeah,
Yeah, it's digitally at that point, so it defeats the whole purpose because the ledger or any cold wallet is safe as long as you don't put the information on the internet.
correct,
So
yeah,
that's where you have to remember. It's a piece of paper where you write all your information down on a piece of paper, just like you do with the
yeah.
MetaMask, except the
Personally,
private key
I
is held on the device itself.
correct, yeah. Personally, I have one of these little tiny notebooks where I keep all my passwords and everything. Keep it old school, but
I do the
anything
same
digital
thing.
at yeah, anything digital at some point can be found. Um,
Hmm.
Websites hold history and the cache stays there, and you could find traces of you know people sometimes keep the website, scrub it, and create a whole new thing. Sometimes you could, because it's digital, you could still find traces of the original website or information there. So
Hmm.
yeah, like big example is that a whole My Lady NFT project scandal that happened with the original founders that they found the traces of the original website on there. So if it's digital, it could probably be found somehow, so just keep that cold wallet cold as it's meant to be and don't put anything of its information, online. It's cool
Yeah.
to connect it to MetaMask. That's okay. That's safe. It has that specific button right there, connect hardware wallet. Don't import it because, like you said, you'll be putting the security phrase digital, so yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Was there anything that you wanted to talk about with the MetaMask, or that was pretty much it?
Yeah, basically with the MetaMask, that's it for that part two segment. To create in multiple wallets the safe way, to create the cold, um,
Hmm.
lukewarm, and hot wallets. So
All right.
that covers
You
that.
all right, good. So we got that out of the way. Now there's also, you were telling me about these Twitter scams that you've been seeing, and we're on Twitter. Basically, Web3 lives on Twitter, all the NFT projects and everything. That's why we're there too. But you
Yeah.
see a lot of people getting scammed on Twitter. So why don't
Yeah.
you show us some of these scams that you've come across and that you've seen people get?
Twitter and Discord are basically um, the gateways to the NFT world, and um, where the scammers thrive. They just lurk in the shadows there and try to friend you and just manipulate you into clicking stuff and scamming you basically. So um, let's go to it right here. This is
And I see it all day long too, because I have my inboxes on Twitter is so many people like, oh, click on this link. Oh, I lost the seed phrase to my wallet. I'll give you the seed phrase. And I'm like, what has
yeah, that scam is that's a weird one because like I said, don't give your private key and don't give your security phrase, but then they're like giving you the private key and the security phrase, and you're like, wait a minute, now I
yeah,
have access to the wallet. Can I withdraw the money? But that scam right there basically lies in they send you the wallet with um that money in there, okay? With some money in there. It's probably not the amount they tell you, but there's some money in there, and they have it botted up. Okay, so as soon as you transfer your ETH there, it instantly transfers that amount out and your ETH too. So then you're left there like, damn, now I have an empty wallet. So you just transfer the ETH in to try to get that money out. Um, because they usually do it in what USDC um,
yes,
token, and then you need ETH to still process the transaction. So,
uh-huh,
um, yeah, that's the scam right there. So you're like, oh, let me send a little bit of ETH over there, and $2-3 of gas. That's not much, but you do it to 10,000 people. That adds up. So 1,000 people. That adds up. Um,
absolutely,
and then that's what they do, just constantly it's bots doing it. It's not like they're wasting their time, sending all these messages and stuff. They just have bots doing it all for them.
mm-hmm.
But this is a good Twitter to follow. It's boring security. It's they post a lot of good safety and security stuff going on in the NFT space. It's one of my um, top follows. This is a common scam that goes on because, like I said, people just jump in head first, and the FOMO is real. Someone a project is kind of moving fast, and someone's like, "Oh, I'm trying to get in, make some money, blah blah blah." Click, 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 click. They're not even reading the MetaMask approval thing that pops up, and things like this on Twitter pop up all the time, and
Oh, dude, you
people get
see it all the time. Because
Ye-
people, the
yeah,
money moves so damn quick with crypto and
yeah,
NFTs, and all people. You always hear about the success stories about the person making like $10,000-$20,000 within like a couple of minutes to a couple hours. But what
yeah,
you really don't hear too much about is the people that lose like $10,000 like within a couple of minutes just because they clicked the wrong damn thing, and they,
exactly.
just like you said, the FOMO, fear of missing out, and then all of a sudden, damn, their whole damn wallet is drained at that
Drain,
point.
yeah. And all they could
So
do is just see the bots transferring out their NFTs and then try to maybe catch one or two and salvage them, But yeah, sometimes it's just instant drain and there's nothing they could do, or um, they wait for the person to, kind of like log off or whatever, wait a couple hours and then start the drain. That way they're like, oh, nothing happened while I minted this. It's safe. Let me go grab some lunch, grab some dinner, whatever, go out, do my errands. And then when they get back, everything's gone. So
Mhm.
stop clicking stuff, read, like I said, take your time. And this is a common scam that Twitter Twitter's known for. That the biggest one is the I and L. The capital I looks like the L in the names up here. So recently,
What do
Elon
you mean?
Musk,
Oh, you mean
like,
like when they're using a name, they'll
yeah,
if the
yeah,
name
like,
has an L in it, they'll
correct.
replace it with an I, so it looks like it's the legitimate
The
coming
L,
from the
yeah,
legit.
like I said, recently Elon Musk's Twitter got banned, but it wasn't the real one. It literally copies everything he posts, um,
Mm.
but it wasn't the real one. It was the I was capitalized and it looks like an L. So the name, people look at it and it says Elon Musk right here, but and I think they even had bought a verified account. So I think it even had the check, but sometimes most of these don't have that check. But that one I think it did. But that was the big thing. Everyone was like, "Oh, Elon Musk's account got suspended or whatnot," but they didn't take the time to see that it was a different letter there. And then the real one was actually still active. And like this scam right here, which leads me to this right here. Um, this account is pretending to be MetaMask support, MetaMask updates. And instantly, you could see someone that's quickly clicking. I was like, and scammers try to do this too. And it kind of annoys me to see that someone posts, "Oh, I just got scammed," and then they're over there commenting, "Oh, if you click this link, they can help you get your money back." They're like trying to scam you after you just got scammed, So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like this right here, it's pretending to be MetaMask updates, and to the person that's quickly clicking stuff and not doing their research, they'll be like, "Oh, 22K followers. Okay, so it seems legit. It seems like them. Um, they have the right account, right, or the right website right here. So if you click that, it will take you to the actual support. So they try to,
They try to
mask it with
appear.
some truth in there. They say the best
Mhm.
lies have a little bit of the truth in there. So that's what they kind of try to do here, have the same description, actual link there. um, and then this is the scam right here. They're trying to let people know that if you update your MetaMask through this link, you'll block 100% of the scams. Okay.
A scam
Yeah,
for a scam.
yeah, that in itself is a scam right there, because there's nothing that prevents 100% of the scams. Even antivirus programs can't prevent all the viruses that are out there. So, how is
Mhm.
something out there that prevents 100% of the scams? But like I said, most people won't do the research and they're like, okay, I need to update my masses. I don't want to get scammed. And they
Yeah.
see here 1,000 likes, 4,000 retweets, comments here. Um, but then if you actually start looking at this and taking the time to check this out, you see MetaMask updates. There's no blue check here, so it's not a verified account.
I have a
Um,
blue heart.
yeah, exactly. It has a blue heart, but it should be black because they're scamming you. So no verified blue check. Um, it's not following anybody, and it's not followed by anyone that you're following. So that's, if you're in the NFT space, at least one or two people should be following MetaMask updates, if it
Mhm.
was the real one. Um, but right there, a couple red flags. Another big red flag, it literally just joined July 2022. So always check when these profiles were made. A lot of people get scanned with these alternate fake profiles because they do giveaways.
Mhm.
Giveaways literally entice everybody because who doesn't like free stuff? But if you go ahead and click the profile and start looking at these things, followers, anyone that you're following, when they joined, then you'll start to notice the red flags of these scam profiles, you know. And then if you look at the retweets or the comments, it's literally just bots tagging multiple people and just repeating what they're saying, you know. Literally
Mm,
all of them would be like that. So if you take the two to 5 extra minutes to do some little extra reading, it'll save you your NFTs, your ETH, you know.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Something to look for when the multiple tags, like tons of people, because I get tagged all day long, and it's people trying to use my name to make themselves look like they're real in the space.
Yeah, because it pops up in your timeline.
Mhm.
When someone tags you, you know, it pops up in your timeline, so your followers see that too, and then they're like, "Oh, Ice is getting tagged here, so let me get on it too." So, you know, it's kind of misdirecting your followers without you kind of doing anything. And um, I always go ahead and report them and block it and block them
Mhm.
and do all that stuff. A
Yeah.
couple a couple extra minutes of hassle, but if more people start doing that, they'll start hopefully taking down these scam accounts and doing something about it.
But they're always constantly changing and evolving and creating new ones, so it's a
Yeah,
never ending pot of scammers out there. So
yeah.
the main thing is
Cat
slow
and
yourself
mouse.
down and read everything.
Yeah. Yeah. The important part is, yeah, taking that little extra time to do some research. A lot of the recent scams too have been, they actually make it to the OpenSea front page of trending and all that whatnot. And well, what was a recent one? I think it was like some
It, you know,
Nintendo Mario copy, and basically the scam was, um these were at like 1 ETH, and the offers were like 2 ETH, 3 ETH, stuff like that. So people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy one and then flip it for the offer that's higher than the floor," you know. But once you buy it, the
you-
contract is made so that nobody is able to list these. So then you
yes,
just literally gave them that money, and you're not able to recoup it because you're not allowed to list it based on the contract.
yeah,
So
the honeypot scams. That's what
yeah,
they're called.
yeah,
They're called the honeypot because once you bought it, you're stuck with it and you can't sell it.
yeah. And that
And
scam to me was like, bro, one, it's Nintendo. They would never like, if it's not an official Nintendo NFT, then
I
it's
still
gonna
don't know how
it's gonna
they.
get delisted, you know. So that in itself, like, right, to me, was a red flag. I was like, and there was another one literally like hours after that, that was with Naruto characters. I was like, that's the exact same people
Yeah,
doing the exact same thing, but like different characters. And then a couple people fell for that too. And I was like, come on, y'all, these are like IPs that wouldn't OpenSea will literally delist because these are big IPs, you know. So
not only that, I did not understand how they were able to fabricate the trending.
yeah,
I didn't. I still don't know how they did that.
it's wash trading. All right. So like I said, the contract is only allowed for certain wallets to make transactions. They allow their bot wallets to make a lot of those transactions to artificially pump the floor.
Oh,
They
so they were just
do,
trading it back and forth to each
yeah,
other. That's all they were doing.
they do lose fees on that, but
But every time someone
risk
buys in,
reward,
yeah,
so they lose 10 ETH but make 50, it's you know
man, I mean that's pretty scummy, man. Just the
yeah, it
fact that they
is.
even thought about doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
it was brilliant in a way, but it was a bunch of we're a bunch
It
of
is what
so
it's it,
scummy to do
and,
that, dude.
you come to think of it, man, it's like, man, if these scammers actually use their brain for like doing good shit, the NFT world would be so much better. It'd be so much more public. It like we'd all be making more money. They'd be making more money, because it'd be more in the public view, but they're making it more dangerous and scary for people. So, yeah,
Yeah, that brings back to why you gotta use your hot wallets
yeah,
for your burner wallets just to mint stuff too,
yeah,
and the buy. You don't want to because you can get everything drained from your wallet.
definitely. Yeah, don't mint with your apes in that wallet. Don't mint with your gutter cats, your all these degen tunes, like all these big projects that are worth so much money, and don't hit that mitten button just because you're trying to make some money. You're gonna end up losing all that money and
Mm-hmm.
then being mad. It's and another thing about Web3 is people constantly call these hacks, and being from the IT world, I'm like, a hack is involuntary. When you get hacked, that's involuntary. These are scams. So the Web3 world needs to like kind of tighten that up, that it's not a hack because you click something, you gave someone your security key. It's not involuntary. It's you did something to interact with something that exposed yourself. Whereas a hack in the IT world is, that's you just went to a website, you get hacked. It's
Yeah.
malicious code already there. It's involuntary. So,
Mm-hmm.
but still, you still have to be safe regardless. It's ever since the birth of the internet, the wild west of the internet happened early on in its stages too. And slowly it got safer and more adapted by people, and Web3 is heading in that direction. Right now, like I said, it's the wild west of it, but
Yeah, there's a
slowly,
there's a there's a cleansing that's going on right now,
yeah, slowly but
and
surely we'll get safer and
and
more
you're seeing
secure.
you're seeing that more. I mean, there's still. I mean, how many did go to OpenSea? Can you go to OpenSea real quick?
Yeah,
Go to OpenSea. Like you'll see, there's still a lot of degen freaking projects that are minting, like crazy that are coming out. But
oh yeah,
there's not a I don't see that many people, running head over heels, going head over heels for these projects as much as they did prior because they're not minting out like crazy.
you're
Prior
right.
to that, it was everyone was jumping into it, but now people are kind of being a little more cautious and they're waiting to see what's going on with the project, seeing if it's trending, doing a little more research on it, more investigating on these projects that are coming out. Because prior, a year ago, everyone was just jumping into it, and then like shoot, like the last couple months, dude, it's just been nothing but rugs and scams. All these projects have just like shit the bed.
Yeah,
So like look at this one, like Kataro World. That
yeah.
is.
I'm gonna say that got verified today. So that's, but
Oh,
like
did
like
it, dude?
this like this degen one right here, Poobs NFT, like
I know nothing about Poob's
things
NFT,
like
and I've
this.
been looking at it.
And but it's number three. How? Yeah, I didn't hear nothing about it, and
But you know what that looks
not
like?
saying that it probably didn't have like people and stuff, but I didn't hear about it. And look, number three right here today, Degen
It
project. I'm
it,
a
it
little
looks like
slow,
it looks like Doodles. That's what it reminds me of.
and surprising,
Oh,
I'm surprised it's at point oh 0.08, being
so am
that
I.
doodle style. This is me personally noticing this doodle style stuff, like with that palette, color palette and everything. Rarely does well for some reason. Every deriv of doodles I've seen, or every like color palette of that, like that style, that pastel, rarely does well. But yeah, this isn't doing so bad for. I don't even know when it came out, but let's see
But
how
like
long.
this is a perfect example. Like,
Yeah, 'cause look at that, 415 volume, 415 ETH volume secondary, point oh 0.08 floor, and let this load up a little bit here. 10-1. So it just came out 4 days ago. So it's not doing bad for 4 days, you know. I'm
Hmm.
not sure if it minted free or at 0.01 since it kind of did start there, but it's just been constantly going and then just, around that 0.08. But I heard nothing about it. So that's
No,
interesting to see some of these projects that rarely, barely do any marketing or have a big footprint. They do well, and then a lot of these companies, or I mean, projects that do marketing, have a big footprint, are in spaces and stuff, and then they don't min out or whatever. So the space is a little weird in itself. Um, but
like let me show you this right now. Like, and this is what's bothering me about this project right here. I was looking at Kataro like 2 days ago, and it was at 0.04, 0.02 when I first saw it.
yeah,
Then it went to 0.04. Then later that night it was 0.09. And my idiot self didn't really look too much into it because it's another cat project. And I'm like, how many cat projects are there going to be?
people love
And then,
cats.
bro, like shame on me for not freaking investing in this damn thing. But I mean, the next day, 0.18. Day after that, it's 0.35. I mean, 0.35, you're talking about $461 when I could have bought in on it for like
30,
$30
yeah.
within 3 days. And it could have been multiple ones.
Yeah, I would say that would have been a good return. Definitely the people who have a lot more liquid are able to make all these gains when they buy 10 plus. And then that floor goes up to that. They're able to sell half of them and then make all
Yeah.
that money, or whatever amount, and make that money back, and then still have more to keep flipping and doing it. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's the ideal situation right there. But to catch some of these, yeah, I
Like
looked at.
I'll show you a DGen play I did because I thought the artwork was really cool. It's called Emo Heads, right?
I literally, yeah, I literally just saw that a day or two ago, I want to say, and
I mean, the
yeah,
artwork on it is really, really good. But
yeah, I like them.
I
Surprisingly, I'm surprised they're not much higher because of that artwork. Like,
no,
those
they
degen
shot up,
style.
but they shot up the point like I think like the sales were going through for like 0.09, like point 0.1. Like look at this one. I mean, it's just cool, right? And
Yeah, and I
it's supposed to be like with the type of environment right now with like emotions and trying to connect with people and let people know that they're not the only ones out there and just trying to
with
create
that
a
emotion,
positive
yeah,
environment.
that's what
Exactly.
I like about it. Try to connect people with, because we all experience, like, all these emotions, and mental health is a big thing in Web3, especially because we're sitting at the computer all
Hmm.
day basically, or on our phones all day, just constantly being to the screen trying not to miss something. But some people are alone, so that's a little, mental health situation in itself, that start getting a little depression. A lot of these L's start taking its toll, because
Yeah, yeah, but you know what? I bought it at 0.03, and then the freaking floor crashed like 0.005, and then I got really depressed on the freaking buying the damn NFT, and I'm like, no, no, what the hell you do? And that's like a perfect example of like a degen play right there. I knew
yeah,
nothing about it, just saw it
yep.
was trending. Um, Art looked really cool, and I'm like, oh, art's really cool. People are gonna love it, and it's a lot of sales going through. I bought it, and then the damn thing started crashing. So
Halted,
it's,
yeah.
I mean, it's starting to go back up now. It's that point, 0.012, and I'm trying to get out at like 0.02. I just want to get out what I spent.
Yeah, makes them
Um,
back. I liked it in the fact that, one, it's trying to make that connection with people, and two, that not many projects make all their NFTs animated. Yes, there is
yeah,
some that make like the top
5%, the top 3%, or the one of ones animated. Um, but I like this one that they made all of them animated. I was like, that's pretty cool that they took the time to do that.
Mhm.
Um,
I don't know what else they're doing. It
Yeah.
doesn't really seem like
Yeah, I didn't
they're
look into
building.
them. I
The,
literally saw them trending yesterday, and I could have jumped in because when I saw them, they were at the 0.005, 0.006 ish.
like, what's this one? Feeling Blue Planet.
That's another one that I literally another DGen play that literally just popped up there, and I feel it's tied to OpenSea somehow because of the little logo on the guy's head, and because they featured it on the front page without. I haven't seen it any Twitter presence or anything.
No, look,
And
total
like I
volume
said,
56. I mean,
yeah, interesting. And I'm wondering now if these featured projects that OpenSea, like those right there, I'm pretty sure those are paid. Like, do they pay to be on that feature page? Because it's not
I would think
projects that
so.
are like trending or anything like that. It's like they want to promote it. So I'm wondering
Mm,
if there's like paid promotions there.
yeah, I think they're probably paid. Like, what
Yeah.
about this one? More Kaimi. I
More
don't even.
yeah, I was just literally looking at I haven't heard of that either, but it's kind of like a play of Takashi Murakami. But
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, but I have not heard of any. I didn't even click on it, but the one I was gonna say too, that the one I love David Bowie and everything. That one right there
Oh
on the
my god,
blockchain Bowie. I love him and everything.
where the hell is it? I saw it.
Classic Labyrinth. The movie was amazing. I love it. I have a T-shirt of it and everything. But as soon as I saw OpenSea was partnered with that, I was like, oh damn, I'm stay away from that. I was like, it's gonna be a dead end project. Like
And
when
that's the thing, right?
yeah, like when Ozzy Osbourne did Crypto Bats, and then now it's dead. People are complaining, like, bro, do something. It's he probably forgot he even did a project, but it's just like that. I was like, no, it's tied already to OpenSea, and they're not the most trustworthy, so
Because at that point, all you're doing is just buying like a collection. There's never going to be anything done with it. It's not like you're
yeah,
going to get
exactly.
tickets or anything. It's
So
just now you're stuck with an NFT that basically is going to go down in value because nobody's going to freaking trade it. I mean,
yeah,
you never know. Maybe there's hardcore, Bowie fans that are going to hold it. I mean, they do have
no, it's
71%
it's
unique holders, so I don't know.
It's just like
But
that idiot guy who bought Jack Dorsey's first tweet for like millions of dollars, and then he put it up on auction, and it didn't even get like a 3 ETH offer or something like that. It got like a 1 ETH offer, the highest or something. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna just keep it," But I'm like, bro, it's like, yeah, some things
but
don't.
that was the
Well,
whole freaking NFT craze when it first came out.
yeah, yes,
It,
like those rocks were selling. Those crypto rocks were selling for like two, 300, 400,000. I was like, damn, this just a picture of a rock. Yo,
yeah.
it's insane how what pumps sometimes, like what makes it. So
Hmm. Like,
and
look,
then
another
like
cat
you would think
project.
someone like the good art stuff would make it. And it doesn't. But speaking on OpenSea, I'm liking the new update that they did with like the amount of sales, like the percentage of unique owners, the percentage of items listed, like all that extra information they give you now.
Oh
And I
yeah,
love now
absolutely.
that you could filter the trending and top by chains, because personally I don't deal with all those other chains. I've done a couple soul projects, but I'm not like in what are these some of these? Clayton is something they do. Polygon. I own a couple tokens, but I don't mess with like their NFTs or anything.
Hmm.
Arbitrum, like now, so I like that you could just go and hit Ethereum and it'll just show you the Ethereum projects. So
Yeah, I'll show you what you're talking about.
yeah,
So if you're going to trending right over here, say you just go right to OpenSea and you want to see the trending projects, you just go trending. Um,
View all.
Where the hell's my view all? There we go. View all. Right to the right. And then you just click on ETH. Right here, you can see, all the different chains that
They have
you
now.
can look at. Yeah, so they didn't even have all these. Wow, that really did change.
Yeah,
Clayton,
it's
Polygon, Optimism. Anyway, if you go to ETH, Ethereum, you can see all the Ethereum projects that are going on right now.
yeah. Especially if you don't mess with the other projects and everything,
Hmm
trying to mint a sole project and then the network just stops completely working. It's like that's what they're like, the AOL of Web3
hmm
dial up.
Yeah, a couple of times they've crashed. I'm like, oh, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
What's this? Azra Games.
Yeah. I haven't I've been a little busy IRL and everything and haven't really noticed a couple of these projects that popped up and man.
Look at this one, dude. Azra Games. I gotta look into this, but I mean, they have 49%, and this is I love this update that they have the amount of holders in it. So,
Yeah.
and obviously, if you don't know what this means, basically 49% unique holders. The way I think of it, for every two NFT, for every holder, they're holding like two NFTs,
Yeah.
which is a pretty good number because that means out of 5,600 people, there's 2,700, roughly 27 to 2,800 holders, which
Yeah.
is actually a pretty good number. Um, that's why I tend to look for when I'm buying an NFT. I look for the unique holders because the more unique holders there are, the more chances that project's going to do very well. And also the listed too. That is
Yeah.
another huge thing right here. 9% listed, because that is an indicator that you have diamond hands. You have
Yeah.
people that are, and when I say
Believe in
diamond
the
hands,
project. Yeah.
exactly. They're
Personally, I was gonna say personally, my sweet spot for unique holders is 45% to 60%. 45 being most common, that's a good amount, and 60% you definitely want to get in that project because it's like these people are holding it, they believe in it, and there's a lot of unique holders in it. And then the amount listed, 4 to 6% is optimal, but that 7 to 10% is usually a good spot, a good indicator that the project's doing good. Higher than that, um,
the
I wouldn't
volume's good on this,
recommend
dude.
it personally, but always do your own research. Of course, the project could be a long-term play and be doing something further on, and people are just looking for a quick flip. But yeah, these are
Hmm
good indicators to keep an eye on.
Yeah, you see, I was just messing around looking, but I was looking at the volume on this thing. It's actually pretty good. The amount of sales: 3 minutes, 14 minutes, 24 hour, an hour. A bunch of sales are going through on this project. So I mean, this is actually a pretty strong project. And this is not a financial advice by any means, but
Yeah.
I'm looking at this project, and the walls. I mean, look, you only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows till you hit zero point 0.4. It's actually pretty thin. I'm gonna do a little more research into this project. I might degen into this thing tonight.
And the art isn't too bad, but it kind of does. I like it. It's a little like cyberpunk looking. I don't know if
Look at
you've
that.
seen that.
You see that?
Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. Uh, I don't know if you've seen Cyberpunk on Netflix. It's like a video game to 2077. It's kind of that style of art right there. It's not that bad actually. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
do a
me
little more.
personally, that's something I always look forward to. Is not just my intention to flip. because who doesn't like making money? Let's be honest here. We all get into these projects to make some money and then hopefully get some good utility if we're gonna keep some. But a
Mm,
lot of people are just for the money. Personally, I like the art of the projects I get into because I'm not a quick flipper. I do hold for, I think my average time is anywhere from like 13 to 16 days average. Um, but some I'm still holding from months ago. But yeah, definitely always pick your preferences. I have, if you are looking to make money, you do have to somewhat take out your likes and dislikes from the equation, because I did miss quite a few projects just because at first I didn't like pixel art. I didn't like some of these weird style arts that pop up randomly and stuff, but they seem to do well. So after I noticed a couple L's or misses there, I'm like, all right, let me start taking personal likes and dislikes out of the equation. That kind of helped out, but always just, you know,
not
if you
not
like
only
the
that,
art, yeah,
not only that, if you do like the art and you buy it, sometimes you have to realize that it's, if you're looking to make money, you can't get too attached to the art too, because
yeah,
NFTs they fluctuate
volatile.
rapidly, very, very volatile. So I mean, you'll see it go up to, yeah, you'll buy a project and maybe you're lucky and it will shoot up to 1, 2, 3 ETH. But just as quick as it shoots up, it will shoot and crash. It
Right
will
back down.
crash right down.
And
And then
biggest
you're like,
example is the bored apes. I've heard a lot of them are like, damn, I should have cashed out at 300, but they're like, I love this ape so much, I probably wouldn't have been able to get it again. So some people do get attached to the art of it and then miss out, top or making actual money, and imagine being able to make 300 plus ETH, and then now it's back down to like what the floor is like 80 or something like that. But
yeah. So
yeah, 79.8. Yeah. So imagine that. Like you'd be able to get 300 ETH from that, and then you just hold it to 80 again. You're like, because you liked it. And personally, like I get attached to some of my smoker trade NFTs because my name heavily smokes. I'm a smoker, of course. But yeah, it's like some of these I'm like, man, I just love it so much, and then I miss selling it out because I just want to keep that little smoker guy. So
yeah, that
yeah,
happens
so
too.
if you are looking to make money, don't get too attached, But if you're just gonna, if you already made your money and this is your forever one, it's okay to watch that floor go up and down all the time. So
You just
you're
tease
like,
yourself at that point.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, I
and
mean, I've held on to projects where I'm like, yeah, I'm up like $5,000, and then like 3 days later, it's like, oh no, it's only worth
you're
three
like, what
thousand now.
happened?
Yeah,
And the space has changed so much too. Like January, man, the amount of volume and projects like popping up and people just like aping into was like insane. Even I like not being too experienced at that time. I was aping into a couple projects around then too. That went nowhere, but you live and you learn. So but then even around, let's say, May, the field started changing, and then summer came around and it was completely different. It literally
hmm
became free mint summer, and anything that was charging didn't mint out, and everything that was free was minting out, popping off, everything. It's like Goblin Town changed the game because they were one of like the first few free mint projects that took off, because I remember early on in the year, free mint projects, they would sit stale, they wouldn't even mint out, and then free mint summer came around and Goblin Town, and then that's what started popping off in the field, so the
and now free mints aren't doing that well. So
No, they're not. Well,
yeah, and the
because
degen
majority
plays
of
aren't
free
doing that well, so the space has changed again, you know. So
well, because majority of the free mints turned out to be rugs.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
people started
they were
noticing that. Yeah,
pump and dumps. That's all they were.
yeah, and a
You
lot
know.
of these influencers,
No, it's that's the worst. To
yeah,
be honest with
yeah,
you, I really don't even.
and
You know, they made a name for themselves at the very beginning. Like
that too.
when people were just finding out about NFTs because you'd go to the influencer just to find out about the NFT. But
Yeah,
like after people have become aware of what NFTs are and everything, they're like, dude, these people just freaking pump up the damn floor, and
ro-
then they, you
basically
know,
scammers in themselves, you know, and I won't say any names and stuff, but
no, I ain't gonna call people out like
yeah,
that, but
it's a lot of these, and I see them that they were scammers, like not actual scammers, but you know they misled their following and everything, you know, so they're a scammer in a way. And then when I see them, they're like, "Oh, my wallet just got drained." I'm like, "Ooh, karma sucks, doesn't it?" I'm like, you know,
yeah,
it's like a little thin line of, "Oh, damn, that sucks," but then at the same time, you're like, "That is kind of your karma, bro." Like you misled so many people and robbed them basically, and got paid for it. Like
uh,
shit happens, you know. So yeah, and then speaking on that too, I don't know if you saw today, the SEC charged Kim Kardashian like 1.6 million. They settled for like 1.3 at the end, but they
get out
charged
of
her
here.
today and she paid up today because last year she was involved in pumping a crypto token that
Oh, I heard about this.
basically pumped and dumped, and she got paid like 250K for it, and she didn't disclose it because no influencers back at that time weren't disclosed. They're like, "Oh, I just got paid for this. Go buy it." You know, nobody really does that. But yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it's right
starting
here.
to. Yeah, you see, they're starting to get people that didn't. And the biggest name that comes to mind is Logan Paul. Man, like he's done so much of these pump and dump tokens that he hasn't disclosed that they paid him. I wonder if you know they're gonna how much they're gonna try to charge him if for 250,000 they charge her 1.6 million, and you know and they settled at 1.3, like, and that's for just one token, and Logan Paul has done 10, 15, 20 of these tokens that have done the same thing, and how much has I'm wondering if they're gonna charge him or what they're gonna do with that guy because that's just a
There's
mess.
a bunch of people that, you know, eventually they're gonna be coming after
Like Floyd
because
Mayweather, bro,
and
like
that's the thing, dude. Like the whole NFT market, bro. Like some people are so ignorant and so stupid where they think that, you know, they can literally scam the crap out of people,
yeah.
and just because it's NFTs, it's not going to come back at them, dude.
Exactly. Like I
Like
said, the Wild West makes people
look what
act
happened.
crazy.
Open Siege. There was people that just went to prison in Open Siege just because of what happened. They were
Yeah,
indicted
yeah, insider trade
because insider
at
insider
Coinbase
trading,
too.
bro.
Yeah, Coinbase too, that they were doing the exact same thing. They were manipulating the tokens released or whatnot, and, big mess. But yeah, it's catching up to them, and like the internet, like I said, slowly but surely, the Wild West mentality will, you know, be cleansed and it'll be a bit safer. You know, the internet's not completely safe, you know, but it's usable to the average person, you
Mhm.
know. So Web3 will eventually be usable to the average person, you know. Personally, I don't trust Facebook at all what they're doing, you know, but like because they're letting you connect your wallet to Facebook and start using their platform for stuff like that. But I'm like, bro, you're literally KYCing yourself, connecting to your profile, you know. But
Yeah.
and then two, if you Facebook is the most least trustworthy with privacy agreements, in my personal opinion, you know. So yeah, I don't know why anyone would connect their wallet to Facebook, you know, but you know, slowly but surely these platforms are like, you know, gonna make it easier for the average user to, use Web3 and get into NFTs. Um, I think a big up push or uptrend, whatever, will come when maybe Apple does something with their Apple Wallet and makes that Web3 friendly. That's millions of users use that, and once they do something Web3, that be more easily adaptable. So,
Mhm.
because look at all look what it takes right now to get into Web3. We're doing these back to the basic videos to help people, not just newbies, but new people get into Web3, the right way, but also people who are already in the space and kind of want to learn the basics, because without a strong foundation, you can't build up. So it's good to know these basics, even though if you're already an experienced user or intermediate user in the space. So
Yeah, and that's exactly where people now are starting to be like take the slow approach and do their research and not just diving into it because they've seen all this.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the more celebrity people there is in a project, like the more red flags I get from it. I'm like, anytime I've seen something celebrity wise, I'm like, it hasn't done good, and it's a pump and
No,
dump.
they
So,
haven't.
and not
Be-
to say that any celebrity thing will be like that, but
well, it's
the
just like
majority, because they don't have time for it. They're
why am
not.
I gonna go to someone like, and no offense, but why am I gonna go to someone like Kim Kardashian to for crypto
Yeah,
like
advice, bro.
advice, or oh, she's in this project, so I'm gonna get in this project. Like she
Uh,
probably doesn't know anything about crypto.
about anything, yeah, but there's those people who are literally blind followers. Like, she says, "Hey, I just farted in cans and sell it for $5,000. Go get them." People will be like, "Let me get three, please."
They'll
Like,
be sniffing that shit.
yeah, exactly. There's those blind followers that anything she says, they'll buy. Anything that she pushes, they'll buy. So, and it's not just her. It's like for multiple celebrities that there's people like that. So,
Hmm.
and it's so weird to me. But people be people. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
sheep follow the sheep, right?
me personally, I don't do anything without doing my own research, So
I hear you, brother. That's I
yeah.
learned the hard way with that.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, yeah, when I first got into the space too, I was like, yeah, buy, buy, buy. It's like NFTs, but then you start actually learning, and I'm like, oh man, I was like, I need to actually know the basics, know these terms that everyone uses and everything. So yeah, it's important to have a good
Hmm.
foundation.
Absolutely. All right, man. We got anything else, or I think
No,
I'm.
for today that was it. I'm thinking maybe some Twitter safety and Discord safety for another video. So, but for today, I think that multiple wallets set up and then the duplicate Twitter accounts and links was it for today. Just be careful with those links. The I's and the L's, that capital I could mimic that L and scam people, trick people. Personally, if someone sends me a link and I could see the beginning address and it's not a long link, I'll type it in. I'm not gonna click it. I don't like clicking links to begin with. So so just stay safe. Do a couple bit more reading. A little bit more reading um, into the page that you're going to. Don't all these giveaways. Yes, it's great to have a chance of a giveaway, but a lot of them are scams. They'll be like, "Hey, you won the giveaway. Click this link to go input your wallet or whatever. Click this or go here." No, that's a scam. Don't go anywhere. It's
Yeah, don't click on the giveaways. No one's gonna give anything away for free.
Yeah, it's these influencers do have giveaways. If it's real, go back to past giveaways and then make sure there's a winner announced. Make sure that winner, if most real giveaways will post a winner in the the response, and then we'll post the Etherscan transaction that they actually sent something. If
Mhm.
you see those previously in the person or group's Twitter account, then okay, enter the giveaway. It's fine. I'm pretty sure they won't scam you. Not to say that some of these people in the space aren't real, known and won't scam you. I just saw today that this guy basically took out a loan on his board ape with another board ape guy. They had an agreement, and basically the guy purposely let the loan default as just so he could claim the ape and take it away from the other guy for a much less amount. For I think the loan
Yeah.
was for like 18 ETH, and the guy's like, "Hey, sorry, dude." And the options are there. It's like the he could have just easily accepted, what they had talked about. But yeah, so it's not to say that these people aren't known and won't scam, but yeah, just stay safe and don't click links, and be careful with everyone. It's
Be very
not
cautious.
everyone, not everyone's your friend, even though they're friendly and everything. You still got to be safe.
You still don't know who somebody is behind the computer screen. Bottom
Yeah,
line,
exactly.
you know.
Not unless you see them all the time, you know them. It's still be safe, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you guys next time.
Yes. Y'all have a good night. Take it easy.
Take care.
Later, bro.
Later, man.